in these last days, in the warfare for truth, discernment is our chiefest weapon. We have to be able to discern between what is good and what is God. We have to be able to discern between what is true and the truth. We have to be able to discern between light and greater light. You know, when as we are talking now, are you following? As the sun is out now, there are stars also. The stars do not go anywhere. The twinkle little stars you see in the night, they are still in the sky now. But why are we not seeing them? A greater light has overshadowed them. So what we need is that greater light. So you can know something now. You can know it. Oh, this thing is true now. So when I come with a superior light, what you think is true, it might still not be false, but you have an upgrade. So that is why I can teach on love all my life. Because as God keeps walking me in that path, I'm being upgraded. I'm getting more transformation. I'm getting greater light. What is good may not necessarily be God. Only what God says is good is good. You know, in the creation story, the fruit that Eve gave Adam, that Satan tempted Eve to eat, then Eve gave Adam. That fruit, I hope you know that fruit actually, God created it, and God said it is what?
It is good.
It is good. Only the success that God says is good success. So the real success is the godly success. Because success can be good, but if it is not God, it is still not the kind of success we want. As I was speaking about the fruit, the reason why, so God said of all the fruit in the garden you can eat, but the one in the middle of the knowledge of good and evil, you should not eat. The reason why God, when Eve ate that fruit, what made that act trespass and sin is not necessarily because of that fruit in itself. It's because of who was offering the fruit. God created everything and said it is good. But God told them not to eat of that particular one. There was an embargo on that fruit, that tree, the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. There was an embargo. God said, don't touch this one. And that's a kind of consecration. So there are some things in your life that God will say, don't try it, don't touch it. Are you following? It's a kind of tithe also. Because not everything you must eat with all your mouth. There are some that it is God has his own hand in it. The reason why that fruit, so as I was saying, God was not the one offering Adam and Eve. When the tempter came, when the serpent came and offered that fruit to Eve, and Eve collected it and ate it, that was the problem. It was not about the fruit, it's about who is offering the fruit. If God offered that fruit, it is good. But even though that fruit is good, because when God created everything, God said, He looked at it and He said it is good. But for the main fact, it was the tempter, the serpent, Satan, that was offering that fruit. Even though that fruit, God said it is good, it is no longer good. Because Satan has brought his own influence. Because beyond just a eating, there is two kingdoms fighting. Beyond just that fornication that is want to indulge in tomorrow, there is a warfare over your soul between God and Satan. and your soul is just the battleground. Sex is not bad. Sex is good. But who is offering it? On which platform is it being offered? That will determine if it is good or bad. Money is good, but how are you making the money? Who is giving you the money? On which platform are you receiving the money? Naira bet, one expert, gambling. On which platform are you receiving the money? That will determine if that money is good or bad. The promotion you are looking for, the same thing. So lecturers will say, sleep with me to pass this course. So that girl now, she thinks that she has graduated and she will go to church. To God be the okay. Let me adjust my. People will do wickedness and they still come to church Sunday to say, I give God the glory. Which God? Which Master Jesus? You slept with your boss for promotion. Your boss gave you private car. You now park the private car in church and you now came to testify. Say, I give God the glory. Shut up! Which God? Which God? So the question is, who is offering it? Is it God or Satan? I know you want to achieve success, but this success, who is offering it? Is it God or Satan? That is the temptation of Jesus in Matthew chapter 4. Satan said, all this glory I will give unto you. Grammy award, Bentley cars, Lamborghini, Honor, PhD, Nobel prizes, lands, territories, influence, the best clothes. I'll give you all of this. I'll give you likes on social media. I'll give you influence. You have millions of followers on Instagram. When you say something in 2 seconds, the whole world will see it. Just bow down. Who was offering the glory? That makes it bad. May I not have something that God is not giving me? Any success that you think that any success you have and does not God that gave you is failure. The world might clap and celebrate and say, that is a great man. But heaven is crying on your case. They are looking for how to rescue you. Peter didn't want Jesus to die. As much as that was a noble thing, it was Satan that was tempting Jesus through Peter. Because the will of God for Jesus, success for Jesus according to God, was that he will die on the cross, be buried for 3 days, and on the 3rd day he will rise up again. According to God, in the life of Jesus, success is death. So Peter in the flesh, you will not die. I get behind me, Satan. He didn't say get behind me, Peter. Jesus knew that beyond Peter, a should cut here. Satan has borrowed Peter's mouth and mind. I'm going to do a teaching on demonology next month, and I don't want you to miss it. Because God, Jesus promised me that teaching will bring people that are afraid of demons, that fear will disappear. And your discernment will be strong. Peter sounded nice, like a Yoruba mother. Tọmọ oníkú, ọmọ mi oníkú, tọmọtọmọ tẹbí taratara tilétilé níkú bí kò ṣe yíyẹ. But the will of God for Jesus was to actually die. We are here because Jesus died for our sins. Imagine if Peter's will prevailed. So much so that in the garden of Gethsemane, Jesus prayed, Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass over me, but not my will, let your will be done. So it's a struggle. Even Jesus, there was a point in the life of Jesus that if the horrors of the cup of his suffering was afraid. But the Son of Man has to die, and on the 3rd day, rise again. So success for Jesus was that he actually died for my sins and for your sins. Even though what Peter said was good, nobody wants to die young, 33 years old. Even though it was good, but Jesus was able to see beyond the utterance, to the spirit that was sponsoring the utterance, just like the spirit Satan that was giving the fruit. Which spirit is called Peter? This one you said is not before that event. Peter just declared, Jesus was asking them, who do you say that I am? Some say you are Elijah, some say you are Jeremiah. God now gave Peter revelation. God now called Peter up to show him the Christ. I said, you are Christ, the Son of the living God. Blessed are you, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood has not revealed this unto you. And upon this rock of revelation, I will build my church, and the gate of hell will not prevail. That is what Jesus just said 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes after. Jesus said it is appointed for the Son of Man to die and the third day rise again. The same man that flesh and blood did not reveal that it was God that gave him revelation. It was like a switch in the spirit now, 2 minutes after in the flesh. Somebody that Jesus said you will be the rock upon which I will build the church. Now Jesus said get behind the Satan 2 minutes after. Discernment. Jesus was able to discern that the will of God for me is to be in the village preaching. This job that they want to give me in the city, maybe it's not the will of God. Many preachers now in the city, they are supposed to be in the village. And many preachers are in the village now, they are supposed to be in the city. They are supposed to be in the city. Many permanent secretaries now in Nigeria, they ought to, by now, their church ought to be a territorial church in Nigeria. But they abandoned the call and now they are permanent secretaries. They are 2-star generals now. And many Danijios now ought to be governor of maybe a state in Nigeria. That it is good does not mean it is God. Don't quickly be clapping for people. Don't quickly be celebrating grace. Discern first. Because if you endorse what is good but not God, you too, you are maybe you're on that path. Check your life. What are you doing now? Or where are you now that is good but not God?